Good morning, students. Previous class we had been learned social system and social organization, system studies and organizational studies. Hospital as a system, also hospital is an organization. So we are nursing professionals need to keep this knowledge. We can manage hospital by means of using organizational principles as well as nursing services. We can make better by means of system studies. For example, efficient input we can getting pleasant output. So today we are going to start with voluntary association. Voluntary means a person like to do some work. Association means a group of individuals is individually come to do some welfare to society. Here meaning is a Latin word volunteers, which means freedom. Freedom of association. Definition: it is an organization, group of individual. Agreement as volunteers. Volunteers means individual like to do. They do not expect any profit. To form a body or organization to common interest, accomplish a purpose. So every volunteer organization having a purpose. For example, healthcare organization aim to healthcare services. Educational voluntary organizations aim to provide educational services, etc. Indian Constitution, Article 19(1)(c) said that Indian citizen right to form association. So it's a constitutional right to form association. Then legislations. So various legislation in India having regulate the associations, voluntary organizations. First legislation, Societies Registration Act 1880. It is a act has been regulate various societies. For example, this milk societies, for example, milk production, as well as agricultural societies, etc. Then Indian Trust Act 1882. It is a legislation is regulate trust, for example, educational trust. Then Cooperative Societies Act 1904. Cooperation means various people together and form a societies. And this is a legislation list what are the criteria for particular cooperative society. Then Joint Stock Companies Act 1959. It is a legislation provide guidelines how to form is companies to associations. For example, two or more companies together form an association and work together for the welfare. Then explain the nature and scope of activities. So these are the legislations in India to explain the nature and scope of every voluntary association. For example, in our college, registered under Indian Trust Act, which means it's a educational trust. So the fact is that every voluntary organization should be registered any one of this legislation. Now registration is very important, but nowadays various voluntary organization there is no registrations. So we are nursing professional need to aware about it. This a particular voluntary organization register under which act, whether society or trust, etc. Next, UN terminology. United Nations says that voluntary organization or association may be called as NGOs, non-governmental organizations. Then history of the voluntary organizations. In 1839, this was date back. In 1914, 1,800 NGOs. United Nations organized in 1945, Chapter 10, Article 71. United Nations Charter. Charter means just like Constitution is in United Nations. Chapter 27 recognizes role of NGOs in sustainable development. Students, nowadays, this voluntary organization doing fundamental role to promote sustainable peace and development. Next concept is that welfare state. Every state become welfare, aim to promote well-being of people. Then 20th century, globalization raised to importance of NGOs. Next, Fifth World Social Forum in 2005 was organized. There, 1,000 NGOs are participate and represent empowering voluntary role or voluntary associations. These are some histories. Then characteristics of voluntary organization. First character, aim and objectives and program. So every voluntary associations having a particular aim. Aim means general objective. For example, educational institute voluntary associations is aimed to particular educational service or school or nursing like this. Objective means this other objectives, aims. Objective means specific aims. Next is that programs. So every voluntary association having a welfare program. Students, I was conducting research for IPC, United UN Development, UNDP. I was conducting research in India on voluntary associations. I was found that thousands of voluntary associations having in India. So every association aim to well-being of people, which is my experience, research experience. The first is mainly three important welfare areas concerning voluntary associations. First, health. Second, education. Third, welfare. Health, education and welfare. Welfare means welfare for vulnerable groups. For example, child, challenged, woman, etc. Second, administrative structure. Every voluntary association have a organized structure and executive committee. Third, governed by its own members and follow democratic principle, which is very important. Democratic principle means the concerning every members wish to implement or formulate program. Then it raise fund for activities. So various NGOs, there is no money, they organize together so they try to raise fund for doing welfare activities regarding through their voluntary associations. Then factors motivating voluntary association. First factor, government. Students, already we had been learned. Constitution of India. Citizen right to form association is a government assent, is a human right. As well as UN Charter, 27 chapter says that. Next, business. Business means the transaction, commercial. Every business aim to promote welfare. Then philanthropy. Philanthropy means is a charitable institutions. They collect money and use fund. There is no profit. Fund to welfare for vulnerables. Then public interest. Public interest means they like, for example, welfare for children. Next, religion. So various religious association, including every religious association having various voluntary organizations to promote welfare in society. Then personal interest. Personal means individual interest to form a association or trust, for example, educational trust and provide welfare services. Then knowledge and prestige. For example, knowledge regarding particular topic. Then create values. Values means worth. Then idealistic, which means ideas, thought. Then educative, which means learning concern. Then psychological and social. Psychological desire. Then community classes. Next, ethnicity. Ethnicity means welfare for ethnic groups. Then sex, for example, women welfare. Then age, example, old age welfare. Okay. Next, types of NGOs. According to orientation, charitable orientation. Charity means they collect money, non-profitable, do welfare. Service, for example, educational services, healthcare services. Then participatory, for example, nursing association or other associations. Then empowering orientation, empowering particular vulnerable group, for example, empowerment of women. Then level of cooperation, community based or organization, for example, urban community development. City-wide organization for city development. Then national NGOs. National means, for example, NGO only do welfare in India or a particular country. International NGOs means is all over the global, for example, Red Cross. Next, functions of voluntary organizations. First function, improve sociability, which means promote welfare and interaction between the people. Then democratic development, which means protect rights of every individuals. 3, learn, enable individual learn. For example, promote education and educate the people how to healthier and wealthier life. Then helps groups and individuals. For example, individual means a particular person, group means, for example, children's, adult, old age, like this. Then to meet all needs of citizen, which is very important one, students, every voluntary associations aim to fulfill needs. For example, educational needs. Then helps states. States means government. Is now NGOs support to government? Yes. For example, various healthcare services and program. Maximum of healthcare services and program launched through NGOs, which means non-governmental organization. For example, family planning program, immunization program. So, it's always support and help to government. Then sustainable development and peace. Next, building together people, which is most important, maintain peace. Bring together people, connect with each other, and people to people contact, and improve the society and welfare. Then educating members regarding health and welfare. Next, to meet healthcare requirements by means of hospital services, community healthcare services. Next is that non-partisan or non-political, which is very important one. Non-partisan means they do not participate any the parties, political parties. Next, examples for voluntary association. Indian Red Cross Society, Child Welfare, Indian Council for Child Welfare, Tuberculosis Association of India, Bharat Sevak Samaj, Central Social Welfare Board, Kasturi Memorial Fund, Kasturi, this All India Women Conference, All India Blind Relief Society, international bilateral agencies are Rockefeller Foundation, these international NGOs, Ford Foundation, CARE, Corporation for American Relief Everywhere. Then voluntary health organization. Students, we are nurses, so we need to specifically think about what are the voluntary health association and organization. Definition: non-profit, non-governmental agency. Professionals. What are the professionals? Doctors, nurses, allied health professional, organized, national, state, local level. Main purpose is that health related support and contribution. Then functions of voluntary health organizations. Improve health status. Every aspect of health, physical health, mental health and social well-being. Then develop infrastructure. As we know that various private NGO hospitals, non-governmental hospitals are well infrastructure, for example corporate. They become industrialized. Healthcare industries. Then individual health, concerning each individual health. Then promote health, prevent diseases. Then meet healthcare needs of citizens. Next, help the government, as we had been learned, implement various healthcare programs. Then sustainable peace and development. Then coordinate healthcare activities. For example, government program coordinated by NGOs, healthcare organizations. Then health education to public, create awareness regarding well-being. Then meet healthcare requirements. Then non-partisan and non-political, as we had been learned in general functions. Voluntary organization versus health. First voluntary organize this is that promote health. Every voluntary health organizations try to promote health status of individuals. Then provide welfare, mainly focus on welfare for vulnerable, child, woman, then challenged, physically challenged, mental challenged, etc. Then HIV AIDS control. Then promote nutritional status. Then role of nurse on voluntary organizations. Students, nurses doing fundamental role in every voluntary health organizations. Participate to formulate voluntary healthcare programs. Planning welfare programs in society as well as community. Implementing programs, for example, implement immunization program, health education program by the nurses. Then validating health promotional activities, evaluating the promotional activities, etc. So these voluntary associations, so general studies, then specific studies. We are nurses, should be concerned about this voluntary association, what do for healthcare in our society. What are the role of nurse on it? Next section, role and status. Students, what do you think about role? What do you mean by status? Role is every individual having a job which is determined status. Detail going on. Status refers to what person is. Role refers to behavior expected people in status. Detail about role. This question is very important in the examinations. Meaning, position, function, job. Definition. Social role is set of connected behavior, rights and obligations. Obligations means responsibilities, then conceptualized by actors. Changing behavior given individual social status and social position. So students, social role directly linked with status of people in the society. Then social role position. First position is that specialized positions, which means specialized knowledge help us, specialized job which determine role. Then norms. Norms means guidance, rules. Next, occupied by individuals who are called as actors. Then legitimate, which means legally. Social pressure, which concerning needs of the people in this society and desire of the individuals. Then rewards and punishment. So these are the some social role positions which determine. Then determinants and characteristics of social role. First, social influence. Second, genetic predisposition. Genetic means for some role derived from parent to child. Cultural, by means of pattern of behavior. Situational, by means of their circumstances or these situations. Then role theories. Various role theories are available here. First theory, functional theory. Emphasize that functions only determine the role. Then symbolic interactionist theory. Symbolic means symbols. For example, language, culture, material, norms, non-materials, etc. which is determine role. Then structural role theory. Structure means it's a system. For example, educational structure, economic structure determine role of a individual. Next, organizational role theory. For example, if a organizations, for example, hospital as a organization, we are nurses, doctors, and allied health professional having different roles. Then cognitive role theory. Cognitive means knowledge has been influenced the role of a person. Then social action, which means behavior. The act to do something. If a person doing a particular action, for example, as a nurse, do nursing services. So which is a role, nurse's role, doctor's role, and professional roles. Then social norms. Norms means rules and regulations. Has been influenced the role. So these are the role theories. Every role theories emphasize different aspect of how determine and how influence a role of a person. Simply remembering functional, symbolic, structural, organizational, then cognitive, social action, and social norms. Then role conflict. It's a special form of conflict take place. One is forced to take two different incompatible role at the same time. For example, in a hospitals, maybe nurses may be experiencing role conflict. Next, status. Status means condition or position which is determined by role. Detail we will learn. Welcome to all. Study of status. Status directly linked with role. Is a state or condition or situations. Define status synonym for honor and prestige. relative position. Position means role, position. Publicly recognized. A person doing top role become high status. Then social worth, which means the value of a person, which is called status. Then characteristics of status. Result of need. If a person do highest need of the people, become high status. And interest, likeness. Then degree of authority. Authority means is power to control to society. Next, social system. Social status is related to social system. As we had been learned in social system, hierarchy of relations. Higher position, high status. 4. Indicated social stratification. Stratification means all society and their divisions. For example, high status, high class people, high status, like this. Next, degree of prestige. Prestige means dignity. Next, a right to remuneration. Remuneration means getting benefit, that status. For example, if a person doing highest job become highest role, that aspect a person earn money or receiving salaries. Then status cannot be isolated from role, as we had discussed, The status directly linked with role. If a person do highest role, experience highest status. Then types of status. Students, this question most important in the examination, 2 marks. Ascribed status. Ascribed means some status derived from parent to child. Then achieved status, which is achievement of a person. For example, educational achievement, economic achievement, a person experience and getting status. Then social status. Social means a cultural factors. For example, status of individual in families, or status of people in educational institutions according to their job. For example, educational institution, principal, faculties, no different status. Then economic status, as we know that high money, high status, wealth also determines status. Then legal status, according to this law. Then status quo. Next, status symbol, symbolic. Then family status, as we had been learned. Then religious status, for example, belong to which religion, etc. So these are the some status, types of status. Then Next section, social institutions. Terminology: social means interaction. Institution: well established, structured pattern of behavior or relationship accepted is a part of culture. Meaning: complex, integrated set of social norms organized around preservation of values. For example, family is an institution. It has a complex interaction between husband, wife, children, and having family norms and well organized role of a members in the family. Then preserve means is to protect their values and worth in the society. Definition: banded together people. They having rights, privileges, liberties, goals, objective, independent from individual members. Types of social institutions: familial, governmental, economic, educational, religious. Then functions of social institutions: determine kinship. Which institution determine kinship? Is familial institutions. Second, legitimate use of power. The political institution is power to use the power legally. Then regulate goods and services. Example, economic institutions regulate goods and services. Then transmitting knowledge. Educational institution transmit knowledge by means of education. 5. Regulating. Supernatural by means of religious institutions. Then interrelationship of social institutions. Social institutions are familial institution, marriage, religious, educational, economic, welfare, political. These are some specific institutions. What are these relationships? Interrelationship. All institutions are created for human need fulfillment. For example, educational institution created for fulfill educational needs. Second, provide unity. Every institution cooperate and coordinate with each other to maintain peace. Third, interrelationship. Forms of behaviors or culture transferred from generation to generation. For example, family institutions, educational institutions try to transfer their pattern of behavior mutually. Then provide solution to social problems. So every institutions in our society aim to solve a problem. For example, economic institution try to eradicate poverty, as well as educational institutions try to eliminate illiteracy from our society. Then every institution control the society. For example, family, political, every institutions try to control and maintain discipline and unity. Then cooperation among the people. Cooperation means work together. For example, family members work together. In educational institutions, the faculties or students are together to try to achieve their objectives. So these are the interrelationships of social institutions. So every institution fundamental is that try to fulfill their needs and promote well-being. Next section, application of social system and social organizations in nursing. First, caregiving. So this knowledge is help us to understand about institutions as well as social systems, and accordingly we can provide better care. Then cure. This knowledge help to formulate treatment plan. Then prevention of diseases. This knowledge used for us to formulate disease prevention strategies. Then promotion of health. Promote holistic health, physical health, mental health and social well-being. So this knowledge help us the health promotion in every aspect, in the educational organization, in educational system, economic system, etc. Then assessment. Nurse should be assessed every social institutions. So this concept mainly used in this nursing administration as well as community health nursing. When go to community health, nurses assess every families, as well as nurses assess every schools in the community, schools and other economic institutions, and try to promote health and prevent the diseases, mainly identify the cases. The nursing diagnosis. So this knowledge help us better diagnosis. So which help us better care as well as better treatment. The nursing management. In hospital management and clinical management as well as community health management. Then practice nursing. In hospital setting, nurses need to assess this client participations. For example, where they are working, which institution or which organization, any problems, or what are the hazards in their workplaces, like this. The nursing education. So institutional studies, system studies, organizational studies are very useful in nursing education for well administration of the nursing colleges, as well as provide better guidance, give to the student nurses and create wonderful nursing professionals. Then patient health education. Institution oriented education is needed, or organization oriented health education need for the client. Then counseling. Client oriented counseling. The nursing research. Student in nursing research concern, this knowledge help to research problem formulation and tool creation. Then sample determining, data collection, mainly research design, and data interpretation and report writing. This knowledge is fundamental for nursing. Then stress management. For example, organizational studies. For example, when you're working in your hospital, is your organization, the nurses may be experience stress, there maybe we can study conduct. Which component of or which culture in organization causes stress and try to manage it. Then change management in the system changes. For example, in system studies, we know that input and process and output. For example, some hospital may be poor output. That time we need system studies. What are the input are there? How many doctors, how many nurses, what are the materials used, any material cost to affect the output. So eliminate that materials or any human resources. For example, any doctors or nurses not functioning well, what are the reasons? Okay. Then what are the changes need in particular system and how to input plus and good input and which make better process in the hospitals and we can getting good output and life-saving activities. Next, all nursing discipline use this knowledge. Students, when you read the books, specialty books, these words only available. System, organization, institution, etc. So in maternal health nursing, this is fundamental knowledge for mother-oriented care. Then child health nursing, also child-oriented healthcare services. Then medical surgical nursing. Also this knowledge is essential for client-oriented treatment. Then mental health nursing. Students, in mental health, various diseases due to the organizational factors as well as this system errors. For example, some input in educational system or some input in occupational system may cause the disturbance and the people may feel depressed. So that time this knowledge help us to provide better, identify that difficulties and away from this stress and depression and promote mental well-being. Then community health nursing. So this community health is this knowledge directly implement. For example, when you visit the community, urban community, should be list what are the religious institutions are there, how many schools are there, how many colleges are there, how many families are there, nurses listed and try to identify what are the problems are there. So this knowledge is fundamental for essential for community health nursing. Then summary and conclusion. Hence, concepts such as, what are the concepts we had been learned? System, organization, institutions, voluntary, role, status. So this concept very useful for us to solve the problems, mainly to solve healthcare problems for nursing professionals. Then, so these all the factors directly linked with health status of people. For example, any institution not functioning well, which is affect health status of people. So this knowledge is help for us to formulate this health care program and treatment plan, etc. Then social medicine. So these all the uses of medicine for care, cure, diagnosis. First diagnosis, care, cure, prevention, promotion and rehabilitation. We can say various examples. For example, in the educational institutions or familial institutions, etc. Then apply to nursing. As we had been learned, this knowledge apply to every aspect of nursing to promote client-oriented care and prevention of diseases. Next, promotes sustainable peace and development. What do you think about sustainability? Is concerning every institutions functioning well. Our role is that identify what are the healthcare issues in the institutions, healthcare institutes in organizational level and system level. We can find that issues and try to solve and manage to promote sustainable peace and development in our society as a nursing professionals. Next, review questions. Define following: social system, social organization, democratic organization, authoritarian, voluntary association, role, status. Social institutions. Short answer questions. List the following: types of social system, 2 characteristics of social system, 3 elements of social system, 2 elements of social organizations. Point out 2 characteristics of social organizations. Give 3 principles of social organization. Types of social organization. Point out 2 functions of voluntary organizations. Determinants of social role. Types of social status. Then write short notes on social system, social organization, difference between democratic and authoritarian, role, status. Students, this question very important. Role and status frequently asked in the examinations. Then interrelationship of social institutions. Then write essay on define voluntary organization, discuss functions of voluntary health organization, role of nurse in voluntary health organization, which is essay question. So today unit test. Okay students, thank you everyone. Have a